Welcome back to another National Real Estate Exam Prep. And today we're going to talk about property ownership. More specifically, we're going to go over 5 questions with their explanations as to why they are the answer. A mechanic's lien would be properly classified as a specific lien. Mechanic's liens are specific and involuntary. A mechanic's lien is a type of specific lien, meaning it attaches only to the property where the work or materials were provided. It's also involuntary lien, imposed without the owner's consent, typically by contractors or suppliers seeking payment. In contrast, a general lien applies to all the individual's assets, real and personal, while an equitable lien arises from a written agreement that uses specific property as collateral for debt. Which of these liens usually would give the highest priority in dispersing funds from a foreclosure sale? Unpaid real estate property taxes. Property tax liens take top priorities in foreclosures. Unpaid real estate property taxes are considered statutory liens and hold the highest priority during a foreclosure sale. They are paid first, even before previous recorded liens such as mortgages, mechanics liens, or judgments. The priority is granted by law, not by the date of recording, which makes property tax liens superior to most other claims against the property. Neighbor A uses neighbor B's driveway to reach neighbor A's garage, which is on neighbor A's property. Neighbor B's attorney explains that ownership rights of neighbor A's real estate includes an easement of prudent, giving neighbor A the right to use neighbor B's driveway. In this case, neighbor B's property is the servient tenement. In an imprudent easement, two parcels of land are involved. The servient tenement is the property that bears the burden of the easement, allowing access or use by another. The dominant tenement is the property that benefits from that use. In this scenario, neighbor B's property is the servient tenement, while neighbor A's property is the dominant tenement. Unlike a leasehold estate, an easement does not grant possession, only a right to use. A license, by contrast, is a temporary personal privilege by the land for a specific purpose and can be revoked at any time. The owner has a large parcel of land surveyed into lots and streets and files a subdivision plat. Each lot can legally be described by the use of which of these? Lot and block system. The lot and block system is often used for properties within platted subdivisions, referencing recorded subdivision maps. The rectangular government survey system divides land into squares using principal meridians and baselines as reference points. The meets and bounds system outlines a property's boundaries by starting at a specific point and describing the perimeter until it is returned to that starting point. While commonly used for mailing purposes, a street address is not a valid legal description for transferring ownership. In an offer, a buyer requests the freestanding bookcase and the installed hot tub with the property. Negotiations went back and forth, and the buyer's agent finally wrote a new offer that failed to mention either item. At closing, the buyer should expect to have the hot tub remain and the bookcase removed by the seller. A hot tub is typically considered a fixture, something attached to the property. So if the seller wants to keep it, it must be specifically excluded in the contract. On the other hand, a bookcase that is not built in is treated as personal property and does not need to be mentioned in the contract, as it is not automatically included in the sale. All right, this was 5 questions with their explanations as to why they are the answer. If this was helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe because we drop a new video every week to help you pass your national real estate exam.